Hello and welcome to the Big Arsenal Discussion. I'm your host Giles, and joining me today is regular Robbie. How you doing?
Good, good.
And welcome back, a big welcome back to our one and only Princess Guna, Amanda.
Did you miss me?
Not really.
You're looking very glamorous today.
Am I?
Yeah,
Yeah, the eyes.
Princess
everything.
Guna.
Yeah. You liking this, guys? You liking this? Well, that's a bit of fun, a bit light-hearted entertainment because Tuesday night wasn't. We can talk about tactics and 4-3-3s and formations and 4-2-1-3s, but when you have 21 shots on goal, 11 shots on target, all from inside the area practically, you can't. There's no amount of tactics that are going to score you a goal. I mean, I think we should put tactics aside for one moment and talk about: is it really a bad day at the office?
I'll go first.
Go first, but don't take 6 minutes.
Okay. 2 minutes, my normal. We haven't played well since mid-December. If you think about it, and I was at Liverpool, I don't know if Robbie was, yeah, you were, weren't you? We haven't played well since Theo scored the amazing goal against City in mid-December. Tell me a game we've played well. We scraped it against Newcastle. We drew against a very poor Liverpool side, although they deserved their point that night. Burnley, Sunderland, and now we had Chelsea. Stoke. We just haven't played well since then. None of them have played well since. I can't pick out anyone. I mean, especially on Tuesday night, none of them played well. I can't find anyone that played well, to be honest. Ramsey's getting so much abuse on both my sites on social media. I have a soft spot for Ramsey, and he didn't play well. I love Flamini. Passion, love everything about him. He's not good enough. We all know that. We had El Neni on the bench who played...
He wasn't on the bench.
Oh, he wasn't it? Sorry, was he not even on the bench? Well, we had El Neni against Burnley, wasn't it, on Saturday? That really, I thought played really well. I really liked his contribution. I thought he settled in really well. Could he not play 2 games? Was there an issue that he couldn't maybe sit on the bench and come on? Coquelin, I understand, because he's just come back from injury, and I get that. So I didn't disagree with his subs on Tuesday night either. Southampton set up fantastically. You've got to give them credit. The ref, I tweeted about this. The ref was the worst I've seen, and I'm not. There wasn't even any dirty tackles really when you think about it. The worst I've seen in a long, long time. But that does not excuse our inept display on the pitch. That doesn't stop us scoring. I mean, that's an added thing. None of Alexis, Ozil, Giroud, apart from Giroud maybe, Ramsey, they're not scoring goals. It's all on Giroud. And Giroud had a Giroud game on Tuesday night, didn't he? He really had a Giroud game.
You make a very good point that the other guys are not chipping in.
No, they're not.
They should be. We spoke off camera about, at the beginning of the season, a lot of those guys, Ox and Ramsey and Walcott, all said that this is their season, that they've got to step up the goals. And it looks like if Giroud's off the boil, the team's off the boil.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
It's the British core.
Yeah.
The British core that we talk about a lot here have been very disappointing. Lot so far this season, you know, because recently Ramsey's been disappointing. Theo's really poor at the moment.
Yeah.
And the Ox.
Oxlade-Chamberlain has been poor. So, there's a lot of players that are not stepping up. There have been reasons for the dip in form in that, I think in December, the injury started to take its toll in that there was nothing to bring off the bench. I was encouraged the other night because I was like, well, at least when I looked at that bench, I was like, that's a strong bench. You can bring off Theo, you get game changers on there. But my main problem seems to be with Arsenal at the moment is that we just start every game so slowly.
Yeah.
We did it against Chelsea and threw that game away within about 20 minutes with the stupid sending off, right? We did it the other night. Second half, you can't fault the effort and from the team. They threw everything at it. And on another day, that could have been a game where we would have won 3-0. But why are we only playing in the second half? What about the first half? When we blitzed Manchester United earlier on in the season, that we came flying out of the blocks. When was the last time the team came flying out of the blocks?
City,
and I just can't get my head around what the problem is at the moment.
Do you think it's a mental problem? Do you think there's a mentality problem going on? We're playing like we've got the weight of the world on our shoulders.
Okay.
And why should we?
I think.
Sorry, go on, Rob. No, go on.
I think, we've missed Coquelin badly. That midfield has not been functioning right since Coquelin and Santi Cazorla got injured. Since those two haven't been there, and you've had like Flamini and Ramsey, it doesn't work for me. It can work against the lesser teams. We desperately need Coquelin back in there to sit in front, give that insurance and license to the other players. And Ramsey needs to start holding on to that ball better. The amount of times the other night he gave the ball away. I mean, if we do that against Barcelona, we'll get ripped to shreds, So...
Even if we don't do that against Barcelona, we're going to get ripped to shreds. 7-0 last night. I don't even want to go.
To be fair, remember earlier on in the season, right? There was two contrasting games. We played Bayern Munich at home, who I think are just as good as Barcelona, right? And we beat them 2-0, right? Defended well, was focused, went into it, right, with a strong team. Second leg, right, the second game, loads and loads of injuries. Threadbare team got absolutely ripped apart. We need our main guys. For this run-in now into second half of the season, we need the main guys in there and we need those guys to step up. The other fringe guys need to... Guys like Theo is really disappointing me at the moment because, I'm always bigging Theo up. But at the moment, he's playing so poorly. He came on the other night, and apart from the chance he had, he contributed nothing else to the game.
People were saying, "No, we need to get him into the team somehow. Maybe we should start him
if you're not
ahead
good enough,
of Giroud."
If you're not good enough,
I'm of the opinion that if you're out of form, you're out of the team.
You're out of the team.
The thing is, right, I sat in a different seat against Burnley, so I was centre. I was talking to a couple of the guys there, quite anti-Giroud. I'm not a lover of Giroud, never have been. But if you do, and I argue this with my mate, if you look at his stats, there's not much better than him, to be honest, apart maybe Vardy. So it's a perception.
He's scored a lot of goals this season.
Of course he has, but it's a perception with Giroud. Giroud played like Giroud did on Tuesday night. When he laid on the floor, we all knew he wasn't injured. The referee was going to call the trainer on, and Giroud stands up. We're like, get up. That's the problem we have with him.
Yeah, but if Costa does it, everyone bigs him up. And
No,
says,
they don't.
well
No,
done.
they don't. No, they don't. No, but what I'm trying to say is, sorry, that's just a side thing. What happened was there was one game where Ozil stormed off the pitch, didn't clap the fans, stormed off, kicked the ball off and stormed off. That's what we want from our players. We want them to be annoyed and angry. Yeah, they come around and they clap us at the end, great. But I tweeted about that. I mean, I love Ozil anyway, but I will say when he hasn't played well. And he is so frustrated at the moment because he's got nothing on for him, right? Yes, he should have had about 2 goals the other night.
Yeah, hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
hold on. Theo should have been what Ozil needed, right? Theo, what is going on with Theo? I don't even know. How can people want him in the team? He's not doing anything.
Okay, right, I agree with that. Yeah. But hold on with Ozil for a minute, yeah? The other night, he had 2 chances.
Yeah, he did.
Right? Don't forget about... There's no point in saying you've got to have someone on the end of it. Then
he
when
had
you're at the
2
end of it,
chances.
you don't
I
do
said
nothing.
that. He should have scored.
Yeah,
He should have scored.
Yeah.
But
They're all at the moment, collectively as a team. I don't know why they start games so slowly, You
make a good point. But I want to talk about the leaders because at the beginning of the season, generally said we need a spine. And we looked down the team and for the most part, had a great spine. That spine's, apart from Coquelin, that spine's been thereabouts. But who are the leaders in this run, in this sticky period? Who are the people that we can look to say?
Check. The only one.
But he's not an outfield player.
He's not, is he? Right. That's the problem. He's the only one with that experience. When you
Theo,
go,
Theo was a captain the other day.
Yeah, exactly.
When you go through the team and you get to check, you go, oh, thank God. If we didn't have him, we'd be about 10th by now.
But who are the others? There are highly
Koscielny,
decorated players on that team.
Koscielny, for some reason's off form. I don't know what's going on with Koscielny. I don't know what's going on. What Mertesacker did against Chelsea is beyond me, because that is just stupid. That's not Wenger's fault, what Mertesacker did. So let's go through this. We've then got Ramsey and Flamini. There's no lead. Flamini is a bit more pointing and a bit more captainish.
He's the only leader,
Then we go up to Ozil, Campbell, Sanchez, Giroud. There is no leaders. Czech would be the only one.
There should be.
But there
because
isn't.
you think about it,
How
even
many-
guys, Aaron Ramsey's not a kid no more.
No.
He's a senior player.
Ozil's a
right?
World Cup winner.
Yeah.
Mertesacker's a World Cup
But
winner.
not everyone
Alexis
is
Sanchez,
born
even
to
though he's
be
been off.
a captain, is it?
You
It's
don't need to
it's not about
captains,
captainship.
What are you
leaders
talking
on
about?
the field.
Leadership. So you know what?
People that you look to.
To me, there's only a couple of leaders on that team. Right?
Can only be Ozil.
One of the leaders is Petr Cech, as you said.
Yeah.
Another one of the leaders for me in a different type of way is Alexis Sanchez, because he'd be like, you know what, give me the ball, let me try and do something, let me try and do some damage. Guys who don't shirk responsibility, guys who are like, yo, give it to me, let me try and make something happen, right? There's different types of leadership. There's your Tony Adams thumping the chest,
your vocals, you got your technical,
right, which you need, which we seem to lack. And there's also your guys that take a game by the scruff of the neck and say, you know what, everyone else ain't playing. I've got this.
We haven't got that. We haven't got that, Rob.
Well, we need to get it.
I know, but we haven't got it.
We're not going to win the league if we don't have players stepping up.
We're not going to win the league anyway.
All right. So that's been our thoughts on the mentality and what's been going on recently. Leave your comments in the box below and make sure you hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.
Daniel got hits.
First thing I've got to say is na 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 Giroud. What's it like to have the coolest song at the club?